Hi, greetings on this Monday. Thank you, and welcome back for another week of programming. Starting off on this 22nd day of May already, folks. June is just around the corner. Summer, as far as Montgomery County students are concerned, is indeed here as of 11 o'clock when classes were dismissed earlier today. Not much summer in the forecast, however. Yeah, we've got a cool trend that will continue. In fact, 65 degrees right now, the latest update for Thursday's forecast, mind you. We'll climb out of the hole, so to speak, thereafter to the tune of the 70s for your weekend and upper 70s for Memorial Day. Now, we've got a chance of some showers throughout much of your forecast, but not a great chance. And what could be a really comfortable week, definitely, and weekend ahead. Now, there are some rainy days in there, but I'm hoping that for the holiday weekend, you won't have to worry about packing that umbrella too awful much. More on that in just a few moments. Sadly, tonight, one of our top headlines will be the loss of life. A woman killed in a tragic car accident yesterday morning here in Montgomery County. We'll have her identity as well as take you to the scene of the crash and actually talk to a young man who did everything he could to save her life. He pulled her from a fiery wreck just before the vehicle was completely engulfed in flames. Nevertheless, her injuries sustained in the crash were too severe. We will talk about some other news, weather over the weekend, flash flooding, and the havoc that it's wreaked here locally. And without a doubt, yesterday, one of the proudest days of my life, and I've had two of those here as of late, and yesterday's makes a story, not just for my child, but for a host of others who were honored and recognized during the awards ceremony at the Montgomery County High School yesterday. A lot of parents, a lot to be very proud of. We'll get to all that and more in just a few seconds. First off, let's talk about roads in Montgomery County and a couple of reports. First off, a reminder that in order to replace a bridge, the Kentucky Department of Highways is closing Lick Creek tomorrow. The road will be closed at mile point 5.5. That's just a little bit south of the 1081 intersection with Lick and Coon Creek there at the Raccoon Creek Bridge. The road's going to be closed down until late July or early August. It will reopen one way or the other, says the Transportation Department, before school starts in Montgomery County. So the detours are going to be posted. It's just going to be something to get used to. You travel a road every day, you're going to want to keep traveling it even knowing that that bridge is being replaced. But nevertheless, message boards are going to be used to inform drivers and residents of those areas to detour around 460 and 1081. You know, more than 1,000 vehicles travel that section of Montgomery County Road every day. So starting tomorrow, that closure will be in effect for the next several weeks. I got an update for you from the Mountain Parkway expansion project with all that I had in edit today. I just simply didn't have time to go out and get any accompanying video, but more than likely you can paint a pretty good visual picture as if you've been out at all. As far as the Mountain Parkway expansion project in Morgan and Wolfe County, just an alert, crews there are going to be relocating telephone lines, and to do that they're going to have to stop traffic periodically between mile points 60 and 61 on the Mountain Parkway. That is tomorrow. They'll be making those stops, so drivers should expect 4 at least brief delays between 9 in the morning and 3 in the afternoon. They could last upwards to 30 minutes apiece. So if you're traveling out of town for whatever reason, keep that in mind. Typically they hope to get them done in 5 to 15 minutes, but a maximum of 30 minutes each. Law enforcement will be there to assist with those stoppages. Also, in Montgomery County, crews have finished pouring the deck of the new bridge on Kentucky Route 30 on the interchange. Next, they're going to begin preparing a road base ahead of paving. I saw today, this morning, while taking Andrew to school and looking over the hill there, of course, as you go down to the old high school, middle school, they've begun paving what will be the new path, that elevated path that they have filled, which will be the new Mountain Parkway. They've got blacktop going down, and that's going to be opening up very, very soon. Back at the Kentucky 7 interchange there at exit 75, they're moving a lot of dirt, a lot of work on the Licking River Bridge. The Montgomery County Central segment of the Mountain Parkway expansion runs just west of mile point 70 to exit 75, and there's a lot of work going on in there. Speed limits reduced. And in Restaurant Row, with students out for summer, as of today, crews are going to begin working on the access road that will go down the entire stretch. Actually, there's one on each side of the Restaurant Row, but they're going to specifically start in front of the high school and get that segment of that road done during the summer months, summer weeks as it feels more like, and that's where they'll begin concentrating their work very, very soon. And just to let you know, I do have a camera already probably wrapping up at this time. that was to be at the Johnson County Board of Education meeting beginning at 5, and thereafter, well, it was on to the 57th District Tournament action that they were going to pick me up some highlights. It was girls action tonight that started at 5 between Central and Paintsville, and McGoffin County played Sheldon Clark. That begins at 7. The girls' championship is this Wednesday at 7 o'clock. The boys start tomorrow. Game 1 is Central and Sheldon Clark at 5:30. Game 2, McGoffin County and the Tigers of Paintsville at 7:30. We'll be bringing you highlights, as much information as I can throughout the week. I'm just really getting started. A lot of news, certainly not all good news. We'll pick it up right after a few words from a few of our sponsors with the woman who lost her life yesterday on Route 7.
To get high-speed internet on their state-of-the-art fiber optic network for all of your home and business solutions, or to watch TV without a contract on over 200 digital channels with superb quality, or stay connected with family and friends with 24/7 telephone service you can always depend on, contact Foothills Broadband today. Or just click on their link to the right to find out how they're working to provide the latest in communications at affordable prices with exceptional service at Foothills Broadband.
It was a fiery crash yesterday morning as EMS, rescue, and other personnel responded to a single-car accident on Route 7. Exactly what caused the driver to veer off the roadway is still unknown. McGoffin County Coroner Mark Jenkins, as well as the Kentucky State Police, specifically Ryan Hill, are both investigating. But the bottom line is that an area woman with great ties to McGoffin County and in the neighboring area, especially Floyd, where she is originally from, lost her life yesterday morning. The call came into 911 early Sunday morning after motorists came upon the scene of a fiery crash. This scene on Route 7 on Mason Creek here in Sagersville. An area woman, for a reason still yet to be determined by the Kentucky State Police, who is investigating the accident, veered out of her lane of travel across the northbound lane off of the roadway into the ditch line and struck a culvert head-on. The call came into 911 that she was still trapped in her vehicle and that the vehicle was on fire. Upon arrival, emergency personnel, ambulance services, and myself all about the same time, she had already been pulled from the wreckage by a McGoffin County man who came upon the crash first. He told me in this statement that he gave me off camera, mind you, that he and an unknown woman who helped him hold the door knew that they had to try to get her out of the vehicle as it was quickly being consumed by flames. Keith Williams had gotten out early that morning to check on family in the Route 7 area to see how they fared after the floodwaters.
So went up to the mouth of Half Mountain, turned around, I came back down the road and came up on this vehicle here. It was on fire. So got out my truck, ran over to it, tried to look through the windows, but I couldn't see. So I got the passenger side door open, and of course, there the lady was still in the vehicle, sort of laid over, but you could hear her breathing. Instantly, I was panicking, trying to find something to put the fire out with. I ran over around the abandoned house, couldn't find a bucket or nothing. So I came back over, and there was another car stopped. The young girl was in it. So she called 911. I got her to help me hold the door open, and we got the lady out on the blacktop because the whole engine compartment was fully engulfed at that time. And I couldn't not do something. And after that, it was just wait for personnel to come because that's all I could do.
And as heroic as Williams's efforts were, the injuries sustained by the driver, who has now been identified as Robin Shepard, were just too severe. She was pronounced dead at the scene by McGoffin County Coroner Mark Jenkins. Her body returned just earlier this afternoon from the state medical examiner's office after undergoing an autopsy. Funeral arrangements are going to be held on behalf of the Nelson Frazier Funeral Home for Shepard, who is originally from Floyd County, I'm told by friends of the family, but who lived on Brushy in McGoffin County. She leaves behind her husband, 4 children, as well as 3 other children in her care. Also, I'd like to add that the family has set up a GoFundMe account in honor of Robin Shepard to help cover funeral expenses. I'll also have funeral services just as soon as they are announced by the Nelson Frazier Funeral Home. Before I get to any funeral service announcements, I have in honor of Miss Shepard, as well as some others, I believe, a few announcements on tonight's McGoffin Farm Bureau community calendar.
Actually, just a reminder or two. This is a big one, though. This is a big deal. The second annual Sagersville High School all-class reunion for anyone who attended the Sagersville High School any time between 37 and 79, anytime. 1 year, all of your years, it doesn't matter. They want you there for their big and free, mind you, class reunion. They've been working hard on it all year, and it's going to start at 3 o'clock this Saturday at North McGoffin Elementary and last till way up into the night. They'll have music. They'll have a DJ. They'll have a great. They had enough food last time, I understand, to feed probably, well, maybe everyone. It was pretty phenomenal, I'm told. DJ and much more. So please, if your classmate, join them. They hope to see you there. I've got a host of other calendar announcements. I can hold off on those till at least tomorrow, maybe thereafter. Just a quick reminder, and I don't say this very often. I always tell you how you can get your announcements on the program, birthdays and anniversaries and such, and it's right in front of you. But for the most part as well, any announcement you want on that day, 3 o'clock is about the cutoff. It's kind of a loose timeline. Sometimes I can work them in later. Sometimes that segment is put together before. So anything that you want ran that day, it's best to have the day before, certainly, or early that morning to make sure that I can get it on just as quickly as possible. With that said, you can always drop your announcement off at the newsroom here on East Maple Street as well. Our funeral service announcements nightly are brought to you as a service on behalf of the McGoffin County Funeral Home with two announcements for you this evening. First, I've learned of the passing of 32-year-old Jason Howard of McGoffin County. He passed away Saturday in Warren, Michigan, from what I understand, the husband of Micah Reed Howard. Arrangements are going to be held under the care of the Sagersville Funeral Home, and that's all we have at this hour. As well as we still have only limited details and basically just the passing of Robin Shepard of Brushy in McGoffin County, but also of Floyd County as well. Arrangements still incomplete at this hour, but to be announced soon on behalf of the Nelson Frazier Funeral Home.
Well, this is one of those stories that I don't mind telling you I really, really love putting together. And I've really loved the past 17 years building up to this point. Lacey was one of the approximate 140 or so who were recognized yesterday for their scholastic and athletic achievements. Awards Day at the McGoffin County High School, as colleges from all over Kentucky and elsewhere were there to give scholarships to very deserving students, as well as a host of local businesses and organizations, dozens of which that we can't name individually for time's sake, who were there for the same purpose. Students were recognized for receiving those scholarships, honored as such, as well as for their achievements in the classroom or in their respective sport.
Awards for academic and athletic achievement, as well as other accomplishments. Scholarships given out by colleges, universities, Big Sandy Community College, University of Louisville, EKU, UPike, organizations such as Unite, Sagersville National Bank. This group representing the McGoffin County Community Foundation scholarship recipients.
So it is my privilege on behalf of the University of Kentucky and our Office of Academic Scholarships to present our Presidential Scholarship, which is worth the full cost of tuition over 4 years to Ms. Abby Collins.
And those representing the University of Pikeville, announcing two scholarships. One of those accepted by the mother of Maddie Allen.
The first scholarship today is a Presidential Tuition Scholarship, and this scholarship is worth $5,500 a year, and the recipient is Brooklyn Shepard. Our next scholarship is to our honorary mayor. Madison Allen would have started her journey at the University of Pikeville in the fall. Maddie attended her freshman orientation session on May 6th, where she received her class schedule and made new friends with her fellow classmates. It is my honor, on behalf of the University of Pikeville, to present Maddie's Appalachian Tuition Scholarship to her family. She will always be a part of our UPike family.
I'm very pleased with the outreach from UPike and staff here to honor Madison. She was a very smart individual, which that showed today. I think she was both college and career ready. and UPike made a presentation to the parent based on her enrollment status and mentioned that she had gotten her schedule, and just it was a nice gesture for the family. It was good to see the family here. Our thoughts and prayers still go out to them during this time. I'm sure it's a very trying time for them.
And Maddie would have also joined, as her mother did in her honor, the other 97 students who have achieved the college-ready status. And when you add those who are career-ready as well, it's nearly the entire senior class. These seniors are those who will graduate with honors, a weighted GPA of a 4.0 to a 4.29, while these seniors will graduate among high honors with a GPA of 4.3 to 4.6.
Well, years ago, we acknowledged that students that really put time into taking honors level and advanced placement courses should receive a higher weighting when it comes to quality points on the grade point average. So those students with the higher weights have really taken courses that are not necessarily required, but they have put their time into all the AP classes that we offer, all of the honors courses, anything that's online through a college. They've put forth the work, that's for sure.
And these seniors have had all A's throughout their entire high school career, a 4.0 from start to finish. And yesterday was without a doubt one of the proudest moments in my life. I don't have the words to express the love, the admiration, the pride that we have in Lacey for all that she has achieved thus far, reaching more goals than we could have set for her as she crossed the stage yesterday to accept her Rogers Scholarship that she worked so very hard to get, and that will send her to Morehead State University for 4 years, as well as being recognized and honored for being co-valedictorian and top of her class.
This next student is receiving our Rogers Scholarship for tuition, our Rogers Scholarship for housing, a Valley Marine Scholarship, and our Alumni Scholarship, and that goes to Emma Mortimer.
The salutatorian has a grade point average of 4.71 and an ACT score of 31. She will receive a gold stole and medal to wear at graduation. The 2017 salutatorian is Miss Destiny Gibson. Destiny is the daughter of Benji and Stephanie Gibson. Destiny plans to attend the University of Louisville in the fall and major in biomedical engineering. The co-valedictorians for class of 2017 had weighted grade point averages of 4.71 and an ACT score of 32. These two young ladies will also receive gold stoles and medals to wear at graduation. The 2017 valedictorians are Abby Collins and Lacey Mortimer. Abby is the daughter of Tim and Karen Collins. She plans on attending the University of Kentucky in the fall and majoring in chemistry. Lacey Mortimer is the daughter of Angie and Ritt Mortimer. She plans to attend Morehead State University in the fall and major in biomedical science.
And the evening went on, from students being recognized for being outstanding in each department by their teachers, to recognizing our athletes for all sports and cheer and dance, to recognizing each of those which I've had the pleasure and opportunity of interviewing and covering as they sign their letters of intent to play for their chosen college, to one young man, a standout, as he is standing up for our country.
Also, I'd like to ask Shane Perkins to go ahead and stand up. Shane will be leaving, I think, sometime in January to finish his second leg of training in Kentucky National Guard. He has been found on the dotted line for 6 years to serve our country in the National Guard. So if you could, please give him
some good numbers here today. Lots of scholarships given out. I think we're nearing 100 students in the class that are already college ready, meaning that they won't have to take any remedial courses. They've met all their benchmarks on the ACT in all 3 areas that's expected. So it's been a great turnout. This is always a good time of the year, one of the times that I really enjoy seeing these kids get rewarded for things that they've worked on really for 4 years. Being a first-year principal, you want to see the success of your students. That's the main priority, and I'm feeling pretty good about that today. We had a lot of students here receive a lot of money to further their education, and at the end of the day, that's what it's about. It's making sure that they can go out into the world and be successful and happy, and I think that we're off to a good start.
Some torrential rain in some parts of the area, heavy downpours. I have monthly totals right now approaching 6.5 inches. Some folks, we didn't all get in on it, some folks 1 inch or 2 in a short period of time. And places like Big Lick, seen here, 114. You can see that culvert just completely ripped out of its place and tossed up onto the lawn there. The Oakley area, countless flooding issues. I know it got into one of the stores in downtown Royalton. Some houses saw flooding. Some folks woke up to see their cars submerged as well. Paul Howes of Kelly Branch was in his home here when a tree came crashing through the roof, just missing him by a few feet. The large tree uprooted by wet, rain-saturated grounds behind his home, a total loss. Just a few stories from a lot of rain that a lot of folks saw over the course of the weekend. And as of right now, I'm glad to report no injuries as a result of any of that flooding or rain. I know the accident yesterday morning happened on rain-slickened roads. However, that's not believed to be a factor as of right now. But a lot of folks seeing a lot of damage, what certainly was borderline for a lot of folks. A lot of homes, even though some saw water, many more saw water nearly getting into them and only inches away. How much is in the forecast for the rest of this week? Well, here's what's coming at us. 54 tonight, a rather cool one out there today, but nice. Partly cloudy, a light wind, and that will be it. For your Tuesday, we'll see partly sunny skies. You can factor in a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mainly just showers, no storms. Let's just go with showers. And that's after, say, 3 or 4 in the afternoon, so we might get off nice and comfortably in the mid-70s tomorrow with very little showers, if any, but a 20% chance. You'll notice the cooling trend. By Wednesday, likelihood, almost a certainty of showers as this system rolls through, knocking temperatures down to right at 70 degrees and 53 for nighttime lows. The bulk of those showers will pull out on Thursday, leaving some cooler air behind. We're talking mid-60s Thursday, 53 for nighttime lows. We'll see a little sunshine make a return. Still a 40% chance of showers. Friday, graduation day here in Magoffin County. 76 degrees and 58. Perfect and mostly sunny, and that 10% chance of showers really is not until technically early Saturday morning. For your Memorial Day weekend, real quickly to sum it up, Saturday 79 and a 40% chance of showers, Sunday 79 and a 40% chance of showers, Memorial Day the same.
That's it. Out of time, never, ever, never out of news. A whole lot to cover, as I referred to earlier. We'll have softball highlights for you. We'll have Board of Education coverage. We'll have other exclusive news and information that you're only going to see if you're seeing us. Thank you for being a part of the show. See you back here tomorrow night.